So we are getting some bird and privilege. I think mostly we're getting privilege scrub, because privilege scrub is deadly to a bill. Birdable is important. You have to take it out, but privilege violation can take you out. So we're again getting that as we go along as well. But when we pass a bill, then they will see it in its aggregate and make some
messaging, because that they have to take some of those things out regardless, no matter what you send over. You said you weren't going to send a messaging bill.
No, we're going to send a messaging bill, but we want to be sure that what we send is not birdable or bird bath or privilege scrub. They're the two exercises we're engaged, bathing exercises we're engaged in, and we're getting good response. There's no bad answer. You know, it is what it is. You know, there's a certain objectivity to it. It is what it is, because whatever it is, this is the greatest, monumental, historic piece of legislation that any of us will ever be a part of it.
How drunk is she there?
I mean, how drunk is she all the time?
Yeah, but that was extra drunk.
Did you see the thing? It said we have two options with Kamala Harris. Option number one is she's drunk. Option number two is this is just how she is. Like, option number one is actually the better of the two when you really sit down and think about it. It's like, all right, I would rather be that she is actually drunk, because it's like there's hope that you might could sober her up and get something coherent out of her. If this is just how she is, then holy fuck. Like,
I think it's more benzos than drunk.
For Kamala, Pelosi's the lush and Kamala likes to pop the pills.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Yeah, you look at her, like, just her actions, like, she is definitely popping something. Other than Willie Brown.
I don't know if this is true or not. I need to find it, because the debate is tomorrow night.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Are we doing a show?
I work, so y'all can do whatever the fuck you want. Johnny from Peddling Fiction said he would rather not live stream it, because he wants to actually, like, it was all right with the Trump. Yeah, it was all right with the Trump Biden debate, because we already knew what that was going to be, and so we're watching that more to make fun of it. But Johnny said he would prefer not to live stream this one, because he wants to actually watch it and be paying attention. So we won't be streaming it on Peddling Fiction. I'll be at work, so I'll be watching it on my phone, but I won't be able to participate in a stream. So that is entirely up to the rest of y'all. If you want to do it, I'll set it up and y'all can have a blast. I'm not sure where it's being shown or streamed, and it'll probably be a similar thing as it was last time, where like YouTube blocked it completely. Rumble went down right before the debate started, so you couldn't stream on Rumble unless you had started like an hour. If you had started an hour before the debate started, then your stream continued. But if you were trying to start a debate like within that 10 to 15 minute window before the debate started, Rumble went down. It just like crashed, and so no new streams could be started for about half the debate. I think it was about 30 minutes in before I was able to get the Peddling Fiction one up and running. We streamed everything on Twitter, but Twitter has changed their permissions on streaming, where you have to be a premium member now to stream video on there. So, and I'm not paying $9 a month to be a locked account that nobody can see. So Sorry, I'm not just no interest in paying to not have my account be seen. So yeah, I don't know if streaming would even be feasible tomorrow for the debate. If y'all want to, we can try. We can figure it out.
Yeah, let me see what the guys want to do. I don't know. I might just want to watch it because I think it's going to be fascinating.
Well, that's kind of how I feel about it too. Is like, so all of this hubbub was made about the rules. So the Kamala Harris camp tried to put in place like these rule changes for the debate, and basically the Trump team came back and was like, these are all the rules that were laid out by Biden's people. Your fucking people put all these rules out, and we agreed to them, and we did it, and we agreed that all of the debates would be done under this set of rules. And now we're 2 weeks away from the debate, and y'all want to change all the rules? Like, no, we're not doing that. Like, and the Trump team basically said, like, either we do it by the rules that everybody agreed to, or we're not fucking doing it. Like, we'll drop out. And so at the time, there was all this stuff that was being run. Oh, Trump's scared to debate Kamala Harris. He's going to drop out of the debate. It's like, no, that's not at all what's happening. And ABC, it's on ABC here. It's either ABC or NBC is carrying this debate. Regardless, whichever one it was, they came back and told Kamala's team, no, everything's been set up to do it this way. We're going to do it this way. So you have to do it. So now, like, now they're talking about how is Kamala Harris going to spin this whole thing in her favor? Because what we've seen from Kamala Harris and from Joe Biden is if they're given time to just stand there and talk uninterrupted, they fucking suck. They don't know what they're talking about. Like Biden,
she's going to have super short answers,
right? And so it's going to be bad. Like they were wanting to get the mics turned back on. Like the mics are muted when one side is speaking, the mics are muted.
Yeah, they wanted Trump's mic on because supposedly he was interrupting Biden every time, but which is bullshit because you saw the clips. You saw the clips where
we
Trump
watched
was just standing there.
We literally watched it live.
They
had both of them on screen the whole time, and you can see Trump not saying a fucking word. He's standing there watching and giggling to himself. Like, and then Biden, and then what was worse about that? I can't believe they left Biden on screen when Trump was talking because Biden looked like he was lost his last year's Easter eggs. He's like,
yeah, but I think that was on purpose. I really think that they did that on purpose.
Left him on screen.
Yeah, I think they did it on purpose. I think it was part of the whole. I mean, because come on, man, he did not write that. He did not put that message out there on Twitter saying that he was resigning. You know that was not it at all.
So you think the network deliberately left Joe Biden up on screen the entire time Donald Trump was talking just to highlight Biden,
how dead he is? Yes.
But see, they were running so hard on Biden's completely all with it, and like they had been trying to sell.
But that changed on a dime. It was like
it changed after the debate. They didn't.
I know, but I think that was part of it.
They thought he was going to perform well in the debate. That he was just going to get up there and he was going to rock it.
There is no way.
They sincerely believed that.
No, I can't believe that. I if they did, if they really sincerely believe that. I don't know, like what else. I'm speechless at that point.
You truly underestimate the delusions of grandeur that average Democrats live with. Like they seriously thought that Joe Biden was fine. He could just get up there and rock it out, and he was going to. Everything that Trump said, he was going to have a great rebuttal, that he was going to be clear and calm and coherent. And instead, he looked like a doddering old man. And that at that exact moment, that was when they realized, holy shit, we are fucked. And nope, did they have any suspicion that they might be fucked until that exact moment. And it's going to be the same way for Kamala Harris. You've seen all the buildup and everything over the last month and a half since all of that happened. Like, you saw all of the analysis of her amazing acceptance speech at the DNC that was really pretty shitty. But they don't live in reality. They live in fucking La La Land where men can have babies and it doesn't matter what your genitals are. And, you know, they don't live in reality.
I understand. I really do understand. But why else would they have left Biden on the screen other than to be like, he's done, we're going to get rid of him?
CNN thought that he was going to stand there and stare down Trump and look like he was the commander-in-chief. And he didn't. And by the time they realized, holy shit, like, this isn't getting any better, it was too late. You're at the halfway point in the debate because they set it up where go.
I feel like it was part of the coup, man.
Yeah,
I
okay,
do.
Thank you, Dag. Dag's with me.
Yeah, I agree with Steve. Yeah, it's just too. They have to know. They have to know. Everybody knows.
I think it was a decision made. I think it was a game time decision made when they realized how bad the debate was going to be. They realized that the drugs weren't working anymore, and he could not do it. They were like, "Screw it, he's gone. Kamala's in. This is the plan." And it was a game time decision to get rid of Biden and put Kamala in, and because they had no other choice, they had to go with her.
And I'll even concede that maybe they went in going, okay, this can go one of two ways, and if he does great, you know, we'll make him look good. But if he starts fucking up, you know, he's out.
Yep.
But I mean, I just can't imagine. I mean, the little bit of him we see, the people who see him behind the scenes have to know he's way worse, right? I mean,
and you haven't seen him since then. Like he did the DNC, and that was it. And they had to have drugged him. Like, he had an amazing amount of drugs in his system on that day. But like he's done. Like there is no Biden. Biden is not running the country, and that's all Trump needs to focus on. Is like right now we do not have a president, although that could backfire on him. But
I saw one of the funniest things I've seen in a while this morning. Speaking of peddling fiction and Kamala and NBC, when you guys pull up, you have to know what I'm talking about. The Kamala stand-up set.
Oh, I think Spike is the one that posted that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was so funny.
You got it?
And it just,
Justin?
It was so perfect.
I do. Give me just a second to find it.
Yeah, I think that she is going to. I think she's going to actually do good on this one, but I'm really hoping that it's true that Tulsi Gabbard is preparing Trump, because she's the only person that like just handily beat the hell out of her. Like, she dropped out immediately after that debate with Tulsi. So if Trump actually can listen, which I don't think he's capable of listening, but if he can actually listen to Tulsi and do exactly what she says, he'll destroy her. But I don't think he's capable of doing that.
He focuses on all the wrong shit, man.
Yep.
They have those lids. All right. Because this is, I'm just right? And so if you wear lipstick, they get all over the lid. And so then I find myself in meetings if I'm the only woman, and that's kind of, so I keep taking the lid off and having my cup out so that I don't have that big lipstick mark on the lid. So I said, can we do something about the color of the lid?
So good.
So that was that conversation.
Oh my God.
Whoever did that was absolutely brilliant.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised that the leftists aren't demanding that gets taken down now.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
So
I'm sure Seinfeld will chime in.
Yeah.
Because that's their whole thing that they love on, my favorite page of the other 98%, is whenever a recording artist gets mad that a Republican used their song,
Did you see where when Trump and RFK Jr. did their rally?
Fighters?
And yeah, they played Hero by Foo Fighters, and I guess it was Dave Grohl was like, somebody said, did they get the licensing from this for this from the Foo Fighters? And Dave Grohl responded, no. And then it turned out that they actually did. They paid a lot of money to be able to use it. They did everything. Like, the Foo Fighters took Trump money so that Trump could use the song. Like, y'all have no principles. Shut the fuck up. You sold out to Trump. So, like, suck it up and deal with it.
Yeah, but come on. I don't think
whether it was Dave Grohl or not, it doesn't matter. Like,
I know how the licensing things work. It's a company that just sells it and gives whatever band like 50%. Like, that's all it is. It wasn't like Dave didn't like.
Right, but I mean, if you're the band and you're letting these people decide or take care of who gets licensing to use your shit, that's on you. Like,
do you remember back when Rush was on? Like, he was being sued like 15 years into his show. He was being sued for using the Pretenders song, and like, he was like, okay, fine, I'll find a different song. Well, some reporter went up to Chrissy Hines in the airport and asked her, was like, do you care if Rush uses your song? Or asked something about the lawsuit, and she's like, I don't care if he uses it. And like, the next day he was using it again. Like, he was like, and he never stopped after that. Like, that was just brilliant.
When you first said Rush, I thought you meant the band, and so I was like, I was the same thing as Justin. I'm not that fucking old. Rush Limbaugh, yes, I remember him.
Yes, yeah. Rush Limbaugh.
He was a hoot.
I was
the one really legitimate one was Rage Against the Machine, when they got mad or I don't know if they got mad, but it was who was it? Paul Ryan, I think, was like, I love Rage Against the Machine. When I work out, I like to get all amped up, and they're like, dude, like, you're the machine. Like,
how funny is it?
I don't think any politician's supposed to use Rage Against the Machine, and they're a communist band. You shouldn't be using your shit.
That in 2020, Rage Against the Machine became a full-on
Rage for the Machine.
Yeah, supporter of the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess at this point it's okay to use their stuff if you're a politician.
If you're a Democrat.
I rescind my anger.
Yeah, I want to like Rage Against the Machine, but I just can't like them. And it sucks because the guitar player was in Audioslave, which is probably one of my absolute favorite bands, and I hate him. Like, that guy's such a piece of shit. It's funny how he's a communist, but he's charging $300 an hour to watch his show on how to become a better guitar player. Like, good communist there.
I don't want to split hairs here, but I don't really know the difference. But technically, he's a neo-Marxist. I still say communist because I don't think there's a difference. But, technically, he's a neo-Marxist. He had a show on satellite radio.
Leave it to the libertarian to push what side he's on.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm not enough of an autist to know the difference. I said communist a few minutes ago. Like, I'm not trying to bring you down here. I'm just saying he's a self-proclaimed neo-Marxist. So to do him credit, I'll call him what he said. Yeah, he had a show on satellite radio. He hosted a thing, once a week and played music, and he'd tell like stories. Like, I remember my arriving at college, Brown or wherever he went, and with my guitar under one arm and my copy of Das Kapital under the other, and I'm like, oh God, shut up, dude. I used to at least be able to rock out to you. Stop ruining that.
Yeah, he was way better in Audioslave than he was in Rage.
Rage didn't actually have a ton of content. It was just the 90s.
Yeah.
those songs jammed.
I mean, they were like, it was great in the 90s, but now that I'm older, I'm like, eh.
Well, we talked about separating the art from the artist, on here before, and it's like I try my best to do that. But like when you make that like your thing, and then I'm old enough to realize what your thing is, I'm like, oh yeah, it's kind of harder to really groove on that. I think it was Ben Affleck who might have said this, but somebody said this. They were like, with when certain celebrities get so like big and like just like tabloid kind of shit and like their lives and paparazzi kind of shit. He's like, it makes it harder to do our jobs as actors because then it takes whenever they're in a movie, it takes you out of the movie because it's like this person. It's like actors should be like, other than their acting, in my opinion, like unknown. That way they can just be interchangeable wherever, and you don't have to go, oh, fucking the guy from Sons of Anarchy who bitches about the Confederate flag. You know what I mean? Like, he let him be in roles and me not go, oh, this homo.
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up, dude.
Oh,
be an actor.
Perlman? Ron Perlman?
Yeah, Perlman. That's it. Yeah, it was escaping me. Yeah.
What really sucks is like he had a great role in a movie called Enemy at the Gates, about the Battle of Stalingrad. He had a phenomenal role in that movie, and now I literally can't watch anything he's in because of his rants that he does.
And he always is supposed to be like a tough guy, and it's like you can't be like a liberal tough guy, dude. You just can't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if he was, give him a cuck chair. That's what he should have.
That gets me every time I stay at a hotel now, and there's a cuck chair in the corner. I have to look at it and giggle. I know it's just a chair, but it's, damn it. It's one of those things, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yes. Yeah. Or what else was he in? He was in Hellboy, too.
Yeah,
Great
I believe
movie.
so.
I just can't watch it now. Like, I just can't watch it.
Beauty and the Beast. He's been in a lot of stuff where he was like a monster of some sort.
Well, he's got that monster
is a great
face.
Movie, though. That's a seriously good movie. And if you haven't watched Enemy at the Gates, it's a great movie, too.
Was Enemy at the Gates, wasn't there like some quote-unquote propaganda film by like the Nazis or the Russians or something? Like back in the day?
It was
like the movie in Inglourious Bastards that where they're gonna assassinate Hitler, like that movie. Like wasn't that kind of like based on a real thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was, but
I don't either.
Inglourious Bastards was a phenomenal movie. It was
decent.
Incredibly well done. It was just like, fake.
Yeah. It's a movie. You gotta separate the suspension of disbelief. You gotta get into it.
That's the problem. I think too many people can't separate that stuff. That's why they believe like all this crazy shit is because they literally can't separate movie from actual reality. It's impossible.
I gotta catch myself sometimes. There'll be a character in like a book I'm reading that like I like, and then he does something that I'm like, oh, that's bad, and then I gotta remind myself, well, it's a story, and it's designed to just be appealing to you as a perfect human, and that people aren't perfect, and that maybe he corrects this later, who knows? But it's you gotta not be taken aback and just be in the story, and I think sometimes nobody's perfect, but I think nobody's gonna be perfect.
I think too many people like think that these movies, like they've watched so many movies, they think it becomes reality to them. I mean, look, there's so many things like I don't know. There's just too much where people believe what they've seen in movies. Look at all the space stuff. Like that never happened. Apollo 13. Dude, that's all fiction.
I got one for you. Life Force from 1985.
Say that again. I missed it.
Life Force from 1985.
Oh no, I haven't seen this.
It was made in 1985. I got it recommended to me by a friend, and we watched it this weekend. And it's the way I expect it to be like cheesier.
Dope.
Did we lose him? Oh,
Yep.
Or first on-screen. Sorry, I don't think the first kiss ever. It'd be weird.
I missed
But
that.
his first on-screen
You
kiss.
dropped. You dropped.
Patrick Stewart's first on-screen kiss.
Patrick Stewart.
From
on-screen kiss.
Yeah, you know. Yeah,
From,
first on-screen kiss. I'm very glad that the person who told me about the movie didn't spoil the situation behind the kiss because it's extra hilarious.
Dude?
I won't do that for you. Yes. But not just. All right, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. It's not just it wasn't like a gay thing. He was like, poor Patrick Stewart had been possessed by a space vampire and a female space vampire who was very hot. But they drugged him up real good so they could hypnotize him. So poor Patrick Stewart's character is laying there drugged up, and this astronaut starts kissing him because he thinks it's the female vampire.
Oh,
Patrick Stewart just has to lay there and take it. He wasn't even gay.
Okay, why don't we watch? We should all watch the movie, and next Monday we should all report back and talk about the movie.
I was like, you don't have to say anything else. I'm watching it. I've already decided.
Poor Patrick Stewart was mouth raped.
Patrick Stewart possessed by a female space vampire. That's it. That's all I needed to hear. I'm sold. This sounds like possibly the greatest movie ever made.
What's the name of this movie again?
Life Force. Yeah, space vampires. Yeah, space vampires. And there's Patrick Stewart has a smaller role than I would have liked. But yeah, it's pretty good. It turns into a zombie movie by the end of it. It's a whole thing. Yeah.
It's on Amazon.
It's on Tubi as well.
It looks like it's on YouTube for free.
Yeah. We watched it on Tubi for free. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I had never heard of this one. I was very pleased. It was actually somebody from work. I messaged them over the weekend. And they're like, oh, sorry, I had my phone off from a movie last night. And I was like, oh, wicked. Did you go see the Beetlejuice? And he was like, no.
Here we go. Hold on a second.
At approximately 2 hours. Did you say it was about 20?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, I thought this was a trailer. Never mind. Sorry.
Quit spoiling
One of the characters is called, his name's Colonel Kane, and we've decided that's our new code word for cocaine.
Nice.
Yo, the Colonel coming to the party.
Here we go.
He was getting ready to cut. He was getting ready to cut that dude up. I wonder if he was gonna eat him like a cat.
Patrick Stewart. Oh, here. He does a lot. For somebody that doesn't like sci-fi, he does a lot of sci-fi.
Yeah.
What did you do? Why'd you kill the cat? Smile for me.
What is this?
Smile over to you. Go like this. Did you eat that cat?
She hates
Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with it.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased. What did you do?
So we got Haitians eating cats. What else? We got Haitians eating seagulls. What else? What
like
else?
A raw cat?
Yeah, apparently so.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Where's that meme? That wasn't really a meme.
Hang on. We're getting to that.
Yeah.
I think it's like kind of odd that like a guy like me has to come out and doing what I do on a daily basis to have fun because I see what's going on in these streets and I see you guys just sitting up there in them comfy chairs and suits. Like, I'm getting out here every day and I'm broadcasting this and you guys are just sitting up there in suits or something. Like, I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They're running into... They flipping cars in the middle of the street. And I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from it. I honestly feel like someone's getting paid from it in the background. You got a bunch of people on a bus getting dropped off at a gas station to come down here. I know a single mom that FaceTimed me this morning at the welfare office that really need something. And it's nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants because it's the people that's bringing them down here. Because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them. Like, y'all get the Highway State Patrol down here every week, and then y'all get like a task force for the Highway State Patrol, and they look for guns and they look for dope and this and that and the fourth. That same people that y'all got riding up and down Limestone doing U-turns, pulling people over for blinkers and pulling people over for like going left to center and like a couple miles over, like y'all can take them same people, the Highway State Patrol, and you can take them in every single one of their silver Chargers and Dodge Durangos, and y'all can take them to Sunset, and y'all can park them right over there, and y'all can teach people how to drive, since the Highway State Patrol know so much about traffic laws and know what to do in traffic. They need to, y'all pay them, they can go over there and teach these Haitians how to drive, because it's getting bro, I'm getting thousands of views on these, and it's going to get bigger, and it's only going to get worse. And y'all sitting up there in these chairs, all y'all need to get out here and do something. Y'all making hundreds of $1,000s. Y'all need to put on a t-shirt and some Crocs, and then y'all need to come out here in these streets, and y'all need to go out here and I'm out here before the police is. Like, y'all need to do something, bro. Y'all really got to stand on business. Y'all getting paid all this money just to wear a suit and sit in a chair. I think it's crazy, bro. We got to do something, bro. It's kids out here getting hurt. Like, only reason I even went on here and said something about it is because somebody told me they walking from the school and a Haitian almost ran into them. And who is getting paid? Like, how much money is y'all really getting paid, like, to bring them over here? Like, I know it's deeper than them. I know that's where they come from, and that's what they do. That's their country. I don't know what they got going on over there, but they can't do that over here. And if y'all just getting paid from it and then y'all ain't doing nothing about it, I think that's super weird, bro. Y'all got to stand on business. Y'all got to really, like, step up. Like, it's lame, bro.
Yeah, they got Haitians.
Yo, I like that guy, man.
They got Haitians in the park snatching up ducks and pigeons and seagulls and just killing them, eating them. Roving gangs that are just attacking and raping folks. None of them can drive. They just apparently Haitians are worse than Asian women when it comes to driving. Yeah, all kinds of crazy shit. And then you get the shit that Steve was talking about, like this dumb shit. You think, and Kryptos gets it right. He's like, you think you hate journalists enough, but you don't. But then you get this. Dear racists, you eat birds too. Racists are furious over migrants grilling seagulls and geese. Newsflash, most Americans eat birds too. Ever heard of chicken? Ever heard of chicken? Oh my God. Yes, we've heard of chicken. We either...
Yep, and we eat duck as well. We just don't get it from the city park.
Right. We're
That's
not
the fucking difference.
Hey, hold on though. I have to say I'm all for this if they eat Canadian geese, because they're annoying as hell.
Well, yeah, there's got to be a nuisance bird we can direct them to eat, right?
Canadian geese.
These fucking seagulls and pigeons are a real pain in the ass. Yeah, but they don't have those in California. Geese, I think that's where that's at, right?
They can have all the ones that are in Michigan. All the damn ones that are in Michigan will deport to Canada so that the Haitians can eat.
The problem is they're doing it in like these city parks and stuff where they're not like, these are the ducks and the geese that they brought in so that they would have wildlife in the park. And these folks are just out here, like these Haitians are just out here like snatching them up. And the ducks and the geese are all used to people like throwing them breadcrumbs. And so, people are friends as far as they're concerned. They don't understand that, these folks will fucking eat you. So they're just getting snatched up and eat straight out the park. Like,
now,
yeah.
Oh man, they try that shit in Lakeland with the swans.
If they start eating,
they'll get the fucking death penalty.
The tweaking homeless, I don't know, man. Part of me is like okay with that.
Let's see if we can turn them on the right nuisance.
Yeah,
but
there we go.
I like this guy's speech because he touches on a lot of things that like get me about like this kind of the whole anything like migrant argument and shit like that. Because one, he's like all right, like that's them. He's like not even like I'm not trying to like hate on them. It's you motherfuckers who are running the show, bringing them here for some fucking reason that is yet to be disclosed. But he's like, you're getting fucking paid. Called them out on it because they have to be getting paid somehow. And then he also the hypocrisy of like, look, man, okay, if whatever. If you guys ain't gonna come out here, okay, but you're out here every weekend hassling us, you know, the fucking citizens, the fucking residents, and not even, you know, hey, I'm not saying that, you know, drugs and crime should run wild, but it's like, hey, man, you can't just bring the cops out just to harass the fucking citizens, while meanwhile, you know, you have this other group of people here that you won't touch, you're bringing here, you're fucking up our shit, you know, all around. Like, it's just, like, it's fucking crazy, man, that they do that. Like, I was telling you guys, I don't think I said anything about it on the show, but at my job a few weeks ago, I was at a Save-A-Lot grocery store in Tampa, and they had armed motherfucking security. I mean, dude had magazines, you know, extra magazines on his fucking vest. He's wearing a vest, bro, at this grocery store, you know. And I had to do some work there for a couple hours and was bullshitting with him. He's this old Jamaican guy, and dude, he went off about the same kind of thing with like the food. Like, I'm not for food stamps, right? But he's like, the people, you know, are the people who live here, the Americans who have been living off food stamps their whole life, can't get food stamps now because they're going to migrants and foreigners. You know, and, you know, he's going off about that, and you know, I wasn't going to be real autistic and argue with him about the essence of food stamps from the get-go, but it's like, I get the complaint. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, yeah, I guess if my tax dollars are going to go to food stamps, yes, I would probably rather be American citizen, you know, before migrants, right? But yeah, man, it's nuts, dude. You know, it really is. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. It's crazy. Because again, I'm even like, you know, back in my more like open borders days, it's like, yeah, like I've got friends who are illegal immigrants. Like, who cares? You know, they go wherever and they work wherever. And if people are just going to have a better life, they're going to work. I really don't give a fuck, like, their legal status. But whatever the fuck is happening right now isn't that. You know, it's bigger than that, and it's like something more fucking orchestrated. You know, and I don't think it's for anything good. You know, and it's just too much.
So would you be in favor if Trump did get in deporting? I'm just curious.
I mean, of the two options, for any number of reasons, yeah. Okay. You know,
I was just curious.
Yeah, of our options, yeah.
And that's the problem, and I'm glad you addressed it that way, Dag. Those are the options, like.
They're both horrible.
You always get the super autistic libertarian types that are like, well, actually, it would be better if you did this or this or this. It's like, yeah, and that's in the perfect world, but like, you gotta acknowledge that, like, this is the options are not like liberal genders or progressive genders. There's not 72 of them. It's pretty binary. It's like it's either or, and you probably going to have to live with either or, so you have to decide. Like the lesser of two evils argument fucking sucks, but at the end of the day, like that's a lot of adult decisions, right? Like how many times do you sit there during the course of a day and you're like, ugh, both of these fucking suck, but at least this one's not going to end up with like really bad. You know, you pick
weighing risk ratio. I mean, that's just decisions in everyday life. Is weighing, like you said, it's a great point actually to put it that way. You're weighing, you know, every decision has a cost, you know what I mean, and you're trying to weigh the pros and cons of every decision throughout your entire life for both you and your family. You know, like it's a lot. You know, it's a lot of shit, but that's all life is. There's no perfect option. The universe doesn't give us that. You know, it's like laws of economics, man. Like, everything has a give, everything has a take. If it's easy, there's things that are really good you have to work really hard for. There's nothing that's really easy and also really great. Like, it's just not the way the universe works. It's not the way markets work. It's not the way nature works. It's just fucking life, man. It's what it is. And one thing, if I can autistically libertarian for a second, the one thing that does frustrate me about, like, and this is very common with the border, is people say, well, yeah, if we didn't have a welfare state and war on drugs, you know, we wouldn't have all these issues. And I'll say that's not currently the case because of my rant. You know, you guys just heard me, something else is going on. But, like, you get rid of those, and then someone who was like a border person will be like, yeah, well, we're not going to get rid of those, so instead, you know, we got to build the wall and do all this stuff. And, like, to me, being like what I consider like rational person, I'm like, but it seems way easier to just stop doing those two things than to keep doing those two things and this whole other thing. But obviously, we're not going to stop doing those two things because we just can't. So,
Right, you also have to have a healthy dose.
To me, I'm like, it's so much easier. Just stop. Just stop doing stuff. Just end it. Just stop. That seems like the easiest solution of all time. Just stop. But it's not.
Yeah, being a realist sometimes can be frustrating. It's like, yeah, that would be this, but since that's never going to happen, what's the one that is at least not the shittiest? Speaking of shitty options and the lesser of two evils, where do you rank Dick Cheney in the world of evil?
In our nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who was a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump. He tried to steal the last election using lies and violence to keep himself in power.
But he even looks evil.
He was a coward. He wouldn't lie to his supporters. He lost his election, and he lost big. I know it. He knows it. And deep down, I think most Republicans know it.
He should have said
Ben
bigly.
and I are so proud of Liz for standing up for the truth, doing what's right, honoring her oath to the Constitution, when so many in our party are too scared to do so. Liz is fearless. She never backs down from a fight. There is nothing more important she will ever do than lead the effort to make sure Donald Trump is never again near the Oval Office. And she will succeed. I am Dick Cheney. I proudly voted for my daughter. I hope you will too.
I'm Liz Cheney, and I approve this message.
I thought she got booted out. Is she running again?
She's running again. She ain't gonna stop running.
My favorite thing about this, and I'm gonna again invoke my favorite Facebook page, the other 98%. When he came out and said this, and said they made a post like, "Well, what does that tell you? You really got to take a look at your candidate now, don't you?" And I was just like, "Yep." What? Like, yep. You too? Like you? like you don't take that same advice here? When Dick Cheney endorses your candidate, you don't go, "Ugh!" You know?
Yeah.
Right. This is one of the guys that the left has harped on for being one of the most evil son of a bitches on the fucking planet for literally 20 years, or if not longer. And now they're all excited because he's supporting Kamala Harris. It's like, dude, do you know what you're saying? Do you hear yourselves? I love this. Never has America faced a greater threat than Donald Trump, says the guy who started 2 wars and shot a dude in the face.
I think he started more than 2 wars, but I think he's part of the whole cabal, starting the whole just trying to destroy the whole Middle East and then rebuild it so he can make money.
Right. Well, he was the vice president when 2 of them got started. He was responsible for starting at least 2 or 3 other ones as well during his time in Congress. But yes,
I hope he joined McCain soon.
Have you seen the Cheney movie with
yeah.
No,
Vice
I've never
or whatever
seen
it's called.
Christian Bale?
No, is it good?
Yeah, and Steve Carell's in it. He plays Rumsfeld. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Is it really? Okay, I'll have to watch it.
It's
I
good.
Think it came out when I was still when I was still believing that they were not as bad as the left was saying.
It's good in that it's brutally honest about Cheney, and I have a lot of respect for the dude. Like, to be that just maliciously evil and do it anyway, like, fucking kudos. I don't think I would have the balls for it, but he straight up does it. I watched it with Stephanie, and this was when she was still like just starting to come out of her like Bernie bro, like neo hippie ways, and so like I'm just now starting to get her to come along and be a little more conservative on things and not quite so hippity dippity. And then we watched the Cheney movie, and she's like, "Is this true?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, 100%, every bit of it, totally true." She's like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, "It's calm down. Like, it's not that bad. I mean, it is that bad, but you know, yeah." There's always the thing that goes around from all of the ultra retarded Christians who think everything is Satan no matter what, and where Christian Bale in his like Oscar when he wins his Oscar, he thanks Satan. He was thanking Satan for the inspiration to play Dick Cheney. If you listen to the entire acceptance speech, it's not Christian Bale thanking Satan for his amazing acting talents. It was like when looking for inspiration for how to accurately portray Dick Cheney, he's like, I'd like to thank Satan for being the inspiration that helped me win an award by this, super accurate portrayal of Dick Cheney. It's like, this is the dude that y'all are now like super excited that he's supporting Kamala Harris in her run for president.
Well, just like you have all the autistic libertarians, you have all the autistic Christians that like do that shit. So,
man,
yes.
I need to check in on my parents. I'm really curious. I hadn't wanted to bring it up with my old man because since he moved up to Georgia, he's been really happy. So I don't want to bring it up with him, but I know how much like they hate Dick Cheney and Donald Trump. They can't like Kamala, I really hate to be like I know you guys probably don't agree with this, like did you say this oxymoron or something, like a relatively reasonable just Democrat, but like isn't like a Democrat, like, man, what a real shitty situation you got to be in now. You got nobody to vote for.
You can't even vote for RFK because they're pulling his name off the ballot.
No, they're not.
Yeah, and he's getting mine Trump. Yeah, who's the third? We're not even going to say the L word. Who's the third party? Is there any third party? I mean, is there a Jill Stein?
Jill Stein is still on the ballot.
Okay.
At least she's on the ballot more so than she was in 2020. A lot of the ballot initiatives that the Democrats put in place in 2020 to get her removed from the ballot did not get upheld, and so now she's back on the ballot in most states. Chase Oliver is on the ballot.
Wait, hold on though.
Libertarians.
What about our democracy? Doesn't that go against our democracy to get somebody off the ballot? Like,
I mean, it's always been about protecting democracy, right? They want your vote to be there. They want your vote to count. It doesn't matter who you vote for as long as you vote for the right candidate. And we're going to make sure that the wrong candidate's not on there, so you can't make the mistake of voting for them, because you got to protect our democracy. RFK is so. What was it? They originally said that they weren't going to take him. Michigan said they weren't going to take him off the ballot, and then an appellate court upheld it that he would be taken off the ballot. So it's going through the whole legal process, but it looks
Michigan's
like
being fortified right now.
It looks like his name will be taken off of the ballot in Michigan.
I'm actually thinking I might go and be a poll worker that day, just for fun.
Yeah, that's how you work a poll. Sorry, as a last man standing joke. I don't know if you guys ever watched that.
Good deal. Thanks. Not the kind of.
Sorry, guys. I just heard it. Sorry.
Not the kind of poll worker you're thinking of, Dag.
I would have watched them girls work a poll.
All right, so
my daughter was hot.
Oh wait, hold on. I gotta tell you guys about something. I was looking at Facebook last night, and this is the most brilliant, like, second job I've ever seen. There's a woman here in West Michigan that started a business. She calls herself the Chicken Tender. She goes out and like cleans coops, will babysit your chickens when you're gone. This is like the most brilliant business I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, like chicken sitting services.
Yeah.
Dude, that is brilliant because it makes it hard to go on vacation when you have chickens.
Yeah. So she's out there pushing this, like, she'll go out and she'll clean your things. She'll help build the cages for them. She'll do deep cleaning.
Like a pool boy. Yeah, maintenance.
Freaking believable. What a great idea for a business. I'm sorry, I just had to say that because I was really excited about it. Yeah.
Good. We got some good news in on the show this morning.
I need to get like a baby. I need to get one that I'll take care of your baby goats.
Yeah, so I mean, like farm sitting in general is a service, but specifically doing it for chickens, and especially if you're in like a semi-urban, suburban area where a lot of people have small, like 6 chicken flocks and are probably busy and have jobs.
Yeah. They just want it for the
business.
They just want the chickens for their Instagram content.
Exactly. Yeah. And you go, oh, how cute.
Yeah.
I spent $2,000 on this egg.
Okay, sorry, Justin. Go on.
Speaking of Facebook, I put out a little thing on my Facebook this morning. If we get, at the time, we needed 31 more subscribers to be able to stream this show on Facebook again. Since then, because I posted that right before the show started, so in the last 50 minutes, we are now down to only needing 14 more subscribers. So 14 more followers, so that is. So if 14 more people follow the Morning After Facebook page, we can start streaming on Facebook again. I don't know who is actually running that account now, since my account that I was running it from got nuked. And I don't know.
Oh, really?
Dag might be running it by default.
Oh my God, am I? It's going to be like fantasy football here in a few weeks. I'm just going to be winning by default. winning and didn't even know it. Oh, I think I might have done okay yesterday. I forgot to check in though.
Yeah, fuck you.
But I was slated to win. Oh, did I beat you? Oh yeah, I was playing you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up with the lowest score of the week of everybody. I lost to you, and Stephanie's gonna beat Jim. So like, my fantasy football season is off to just a fantastic.
I wanted to join that. I just totally forgot about doing it because I've been swamped lately.
You gotta either find a second, or you would have to take over Stephanie's team, because we don't allow people to leave. Like, there is no. This is like, once you're in, you're in. That's it. Like, you don't
blood in, blood out, buddy.
You stay and play forever.
You see, the Lions are undefeated now.
Clyde's been trying. What?
They won the one game. Didn't they only play one game and they won it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. They didn't win.
Undefeated.
Oh, yeah, that was a heck of an overtime. I mean, that was a heck of a drive in overtime to win.
I unfortunately didn't watch it.
It was a good game. Yeah, we don't let anybody out. Clyde's been begging to leave since like week 3 of the first season that we did, and it's like, nope, you're in it now. You got to play.
Yeah, Clyde's not allowed on the show anymore. It looks like
Dag will forget by like week 5, and he won't set his lineup again until somebody like, hey, you gonna like set your lineup? I know I want to win, but I'd like to at least win fair. And
show me how to do it.
At least be a noble victory.
Show me how to do it, and I'll take somebody's over.
And then he'll set his lineup and win. It's like, whenever Dag sets his lineup, he wins. But the rest of the time, if he's on autopilot, then you got a good chance of beating him.
Dude, when we did draft, I did no research. I just went off of numbers, like looking at the thing when it was my turn. I feel like I ended up doing pretty good. So.
The draft rating projected you as number 1 in the league. So,
yeah, cool.
You might want to pay attention and play every week. You might get
being totally emotionless about it has helped.
Oh, dude, you can swap out your trophies. You can do the worst to first. You can get rid of the poop trophy and get the monkey.
Yeah. Chimpanzee.
The chimpanzee.
Yep, I currently am the chimpanzee holder. Hopefully I can bump that up to chimpanzee.
I want somebody to do that musical now. I keep
I know that would be great.
My wife does plays for. She does little kids, and they do like these cute hokey little plays. I keep telling her, I'm like, you either need to do the Wiz and blackface because all the kids are white, or you need to do the Troy McClure Planet of the Apes musical. And she won't do either of them.
I'd go see a musical if it was a Planet of the Apes musical.
I know, wouldn't you? I would totally too. I would sponsor it at that point if she did Planet of the Apes musical with Troy McClure.
I was a big fan of the new Planet of the Apes trilogy, and then Sean and I went and watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It was really good. I could probably convince him to go to a Planet of the Apes musical.
Yeah.
Let's hold
we
up
should do the outro. The outro should be that song. The Planet of the Apes.
That requires a lot of looking shit up, and I'm way too retarded for that.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.